right, welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, the Primos break down the last two episodes of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, talk a little New York Knicks basketball, and give our picks for this weekend's Saturday night's main event. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on now. Let's go Knicks. Yo, Primo. Oh, I see you have your New York Knicks hat on. And as you can see, we got our Primos for Life Knicks edition, or Mets, depending how you but because it's Nick,
Right.
New York Knicks season,
Well, I mean, technically the Mets did win yesterday too, so
Yeah, but it's all about the Knicks
man,
right now.
Yeah, man, this is exciting. This is exciting. As a Knicks fan, this is fun. I haven't seen this in a long time.
Wow.
9 games in a row. Like, team
Unheard
looks
of.
good, playing like defense. Jalen is disgustingly just good. He is good. It's
Yeah.
insane. It's great. It's great. It's great to be a Knicks fan. So yes, I do. I'm waiting for my Primos and blue and orange edition to come on through. That looks very, very nice. And yeah, man. And this is exciting. And I think part of it can be attributed to Danhausen.
Yes, I'm so
Right?
happy you brought that up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, go for it, man. I'll let you explain to the Primos and Primas. Hi, guys. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
I'm going
everyone.
to talk to you all in a minute. Sorry. Buenas. But yeah, go ahead, man. Go.
Well, no, it's just I just think it's crazy. I think it's crazy because this is the bad thing about like going into like conspiracy theories and like going down those like rabbit holes, because you're just like, man, is this fixed? Is this like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if you recall, right? But there was like I know this has nothing to do with wrestling, but we'll come back to Danhausen. But there was an interview where Jeremy Lin was saying that during his time in the Knicks, like there was a moment where they were hot in a game and they were pacing to win. And he straight up was told by the coach or the assistant coach, no, him and the other person that was hot at the time, I forget who, had to sit down because they got the phone call from the guy upstairs and they were like, the other team needs to win because if they win, they will sell more tickets and more merch if that team wins. You know what I mean? So it makes you think like, and it's not so far-fetched because there's documentaries on FIFA corruption, fixing games on Netflix and things like that. So it's like,
It's crazy, man.
You know,
crazy.
so
I mean, well. Here's the thing. I mean, I know we're supposed to be talking wrestling, but I did also read an article today saying that they took one of the referees off of the crew because of a bunch of calls that were in the Knicks' favor in that comeback, and I'm like, how? Jalen was going off. How was it in the Knicks' favor? He was hitting everything he put up. What do you mean? I thought they were going to say against Cleveland, like, because I thought we weren't getting a bunch of calls. But whatever, man. We're up 2-0. We're up 2-0. Okay, we roll into Cleveland. We take their heart, and we finish it in 4. We take their heart in game 3, and we finish it in 4, and then we rest until we hope that OKC and San Antonio go 7.
Oof. Oh man, yeah. Well, back to Danhausen though. Yes, he ended up cursing Steven, right? From ESPN.
Stephen A. Smith.
Right, because he's a huge Knicks fan. And that happened before the playoffs started, right? But then there were games where they were losing, right? I believe they lost 2 to Atlanta at first. But then Danhausen reverses the curse. And then he's like, all right, they're uncursed now. So I'm going to curse Atlanta now. And then they end up losing horrendously. And then he curses Cleveland. And now they're, the Knicks are 2-0 right now. And it's like, I don't want to believe in it, but I kind of do though.
I mean, he cursed Philly. He cursed yeah, this is, it's great. It's great. It's fun that it aligns with wrestling, that it takes two things that I love and it kind of melds them together. I'm like, yeah, because, I got, First Take on in the background or whatever, ESPN. And then I hear Danhausen and I'm like, walking around my kitchen, I'm like, wait a second, what the? So yeah, it's fun. It was fun. This is So come on, Danhausen, just keep cursing everybody but us.
But, all right, let's jump back into wrestling. So we have a lot to cover.
And that was
What
sports for 5 minutes. Hey,
Hey.
random sports with Eddie and Ariel.
Ah. But let's give a couple of honorable mentions to AEW AAA, and then
Mhm,
we'll jump into, Raw and Knoxville, SmackDown, and then, this recent Raw in, Greensboro, North Carolina. All right. So AEW, right? Darby Allin had a match with Takesha. Fantastic match. I mean, it's crazy because a lot of people had some negative thoughts about Darby becoming champion and doing MJF dirty, and I felt that way because I'll be
mhm,
honest, I'll be transparent. I'm not into the AEW product as I should be, but
mhm,
after he ended up winning and I saw his match against Brody, and then I saw what he was doing with Pac in the fair green because they were playing like on a golf course or something like that.
mhm.
When I started to catch up, yeah, I can see why they put the belt on Darby. He is like the underdog, the heart of AEW right now, as opposed to like someone like an MJF who's like the success. Like he knew he's that good. You get what I'm saying? I mean, obviously that's his
Right.
tag, but great match. I like it. I'm excited to see Double or Nothing. Kind of because of everything and all the traveling, I kind of wish I threw that in the schedule to try to get tickets since it was in New York and it would have been dope to go up there, but
Mhm.
completely sold out, I believe. So
Completely
shout outs
sold
to
out,
AEW
really?
to finally what it seems like. Maybe again, I
Wait,
may be misspeaking
where
here.
in New York is it? Where in New York is it?
Um, in Queens, bro. It's at the
Queen.
where they do the US Open. Uh
Arthur Ashe?
yeah, yeah, there you go, there you go. And they're gonna do a
Okay.
stadium stampede in that one too, which I think was gonna be dope, you know?
That shit sold out. Good for them.
Yeah, yeah, no, they're rocking it, dude. They're
I
rocking it.
mean,
And
it's not a huge venue, but I mean, they hold the open there, like so. Jesus, you know.
yeah, I think it's about like 15,000 though. So I mean that's pretty good, you know?
Yeah, that's
But
solid.
shout outs to
Good for AEW.
AEW.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And then we got AAA, good build up between Phoenix and Laredo Kid. Laredo Kid calls him out and is like, "Hey, like, you just mad because you ain't got no belt because your brother got a title, I got a title, and you ain't got squat." And he was like, "Well, don't forget." Yeah, I know. And
Oh.
he was like, "But don't forget, I was the cruiserweight champion before you, and I was never defeated. I had to like drop it or whatever." You know what I mean? So I was like, "Ooh, okay." So it's a good
Right,
build up.
right,
Definitely,
okay, okay.
definitely,
And
definitely.
this is going down the same day as Mascara versus Mascara.
Yes. And then,
After my man got arrested for whooping somebody ass in the elevator.
yeah, I don't know.
I got to read the whole story about that because I'm
Same
reading two different things. So I don't want to speculate. I don't want to say shit that's not true. So they say he
facts.
got arrested, and like I said, I've read two different things, but I'm not. Gonna, we don't gotta get into it because
But
if one thing was true, then I'm like good, and then if the other
mm,
thing's true, then it's like, oh man, like why like why'd you have to do that? But the other
right.
things are good, yeah, good. You should yes, that's the move. But yes, so
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, I mean, I agree. I think the only thing that I think we could all agree on, and again, it doesn't make the situation any better or right, but I'm just glad it didn't involve the announcer from Mexico, you know what I mean? Like,
mm,
a lot of people thought it was like a domestic violence situation,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
thankfully it wasn't. Now, for him to go and punch another person in the face, that's a whole I mean, we don't agree with that, but like you said, we don't know the whole story. We don't know if he came at it
Not
of his
condoning
face.
violence, right? Exactly. You
Right.
know what
So,
was
we need to
said,
get the
how it
whole
was
story.
said, exactly. So once again, I read two accounts, and either way, it could be either thing. I mean, there's no confirmation of anything. So
Yeah. Yeah. Exactamente. And then the other thing, and then we'll jump into Raw. The setup between a three or six person tag match between Las Toxicas versus Lola Vice, La Catalina, and Bailey. That's going to be a good match. I'm actually excited to see that
that's
for sure.
toxic. Yes.
Las Toxicas. Yeah. But
when is this happening?
the 31st, that one is Noches de los
That's
Grandes, I
next
believe.
week.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so it's uh Saturday's main event, then Noches, then Clash of Paris.
I guess. But remember,
Kiss my Johnson. Wow.
they're abroad, so it should be like at 2 o'clock that day, and then Mexico would be like at 10 o'clock that night.
I'm gonna get my Saturdays off again, so that's perfectly fine. Let's fucking roll, son.
All
Vinny
right.
Rao.
Wickedy Row is coming. But let's get into Monday Night Raw. Let's start off with the No Buenos because I feel like I
And
had a
this is
lot of
this is
points.
this is 2 Raws ago.
Yes, this is in Knoxville, Tennessee.
All
Yes,
right. Okay.
let's get it. So, No Bueno, the Vision segment with the Profits at that point in time, I felt like it should have been more
Mhm.
behind it, and it kind of felt flat for me. But I will say that this week's Monday Night Raw definitely picked it up for me.
Yes.
And just to kind of touch on it, since we're already there, I feel like the only reason why I care about this segment now or this whole feud is simply because of the profits. I don't care about the Vision. I don't care whether
Right.
they win or lose. I just want more, screen time with the profits. I love how they're interacting, how like 1 minute they're on the same page and they're like, no, they disagree, but they're still a unit. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
like the realism aspect of it because you don't have to agree. Like we're primos, we love each other, but we don't agree all the time. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm gonna turn my back on you. It just means like, hey,
No, we just don't agree on something.
right, we just gotta figure it out. So I
No.
like that element of it. What did you think?
I mean, ultimately, I when I saw it, to your point about them thinking differently, you can start to see where they're prepping the divide.
Mhm. Yeah, it feels that way at least. Yeah,
They right. It feels that way. Okay, at least it feels that way. Better. Thank you. Feels that way. It feels like they're prepping the divide, which in this point I think is huge for Montez Ford
yeah,
because
mhm.
of the two, he appears to be the one that is the more star power,
So
for
he's the
lack of
he's the Shawn
whatever.
Michaels and
He's the Michaels. He's Shawn
oof,
Michaels, you know. But now that's Dawkins is not Marty Jannetty
I'm about to say,
in the aspect that Dawkins is a better performer, athlete, and wrestler than Jannetty ever was.
right,
As far as and I grew up watching the Rockers, but I can't sit there and say he was a technically sound genius.
right,
Neither is Dawkins, but Dawkins is physically gifted. He can fly over the top rope at a man his size, stuff like
yeah,
that. So, but I think that to your point is kind of I see them starting the divide here, and which I dig because I want Montez Ford to start doing something.
yeah, facts, facts. Um, the other no bueno item that I had on the list was
Mm,
the tag team setup for the women's. This episode, for me, both tag team setups just
mm,
fell flat. Like, I don't care that the Judgment Day is going to go against the Legends, not because I don't want, like, I'm not supporting Judgment Day or anything like that. I just don't want to see this. I rather Judgment Day take the titles, and that way now the women have gold on the Judgment Day team, and then now that leaves like JD an opportunity to be like, all right, well everybody got gold except for me, so I got to step up my game, and then kind of maybe create some type of friction, or maybe that's when Finn after their beef is like, hey, I told you, look, you got nothing, they're casting you out because you're the one that doesn't bring anything to the group, and da-da-da. You know what I mean, like maybe make
okay.
that into a story. But other than that, I could care less. I want Judgment Day to take the titles. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you and I weren't happy about these two winning the belt to start.
Right.
So yeah, it's time to move them. I mean, it's been time to move 'em. I don't know how long you have either of these, particular athletes, Paige and Brie Bella, signed for. So I don't know, but to your point, yes, I think it's time to take them off them, put them on the Judgment Day girls. They have the gold. McDonough now has to because Dominic has his Triple A championship and stuff. So,
Yeah.
oh wait, no, did he still have it? He's still the champ, right?
Yeah, he still has it.
Yeah, he still has it. So yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm not. This is this. I'm over the Page and Brie Bella comeback thing. For me, it's fun nostalgia. You did it for a while. You didn't have to put the belts on them. You could have had them in a feud for a little bit and made them look like they were going to get it, and then ultimately bow out and
Yeah.
do whatever you need to do. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't really care for this. I can
There
fast
you go.
forward, but I prefer that the Judgment Day girls win.
Nice. Okay. I'm with that. All right. And then the last item on the no buenos list, and I was infuriated with this. And please, primos and primas, understand that this does not mean that I do not like Obafemi because Obafemi is a monster. Obafemi is an incredible athlete. He's a presence. He's a force to be reckoned with, right? But what really grinded my gears, what really aggravated me
You know what grinds
was
my gears?
yeah, was the fact that you had the Garzas come on the show and told, Pierce, "Hey, we're here for opportunity." So I got excited because I was like, "Oh, great. We're building up this tag division again. Let's do this because we need that action, especially if you're gonna build the vision as this, strong tag team or whatever." And then my boys are just chilling in the back, macking into some girls. And
Mm.
Obafemi is like, "I'm waiting for my next challenger." And then Adam Pierce is like, "Nobody wants to fight you, dude. Everybody's scared of you. So
Nobody
I'm
wants to fight
sorry,
you,
but the open challenge is canceled." And he was like, "No, bump that." And then, like a tremendous bully, just grabs my boys in. Mind you, they were wearing like
like
Louis Vuitton
like a
sneakers
tremendous
and
bully.
throws them in the ring, forces a match. Like, here's my thing, and then you go. I just feel like it could have been done better. I feel like if it was a situation where it was like presented to the Garzas or like the Garzas themselves are like, okay, well, you know what? Since you're so big and bad, let's do a handicap match. Like set it up in a way where it was their choice to be in that match, not drag them out into the ring and making them look foolish, still in their street clothes and destroying them and having a 1, 2, 3 match. I get you're trying to build Obafemi as a monster, but I did not appreciate the way that this was done. Am I being overly sensitive? What do you think?
Uh, yes, you're being overly sensitive, but I am too, because they could have done this to anybody, especially because it appears now they're going to start using them. They haven't been cut, but appears like they're going to be used more in AAA again.
Right.
So you kind of see this as like a demotion. So here's the thing, because they came back, they wanted opportunity. There's an open challenge. There's an opportunity.
Could
All
have been
right,
done better.
let's fucking go, man. I mean, no, I get it, but I think because it's them, we're a little extra sensitive because we like we like those guys.
Yeah.
They're great athletes. They're solid in the ring. Um, it, it stinks, but because I think if this was, you know, uh, I don't know, whatever random tag team, insert random nonsense tag team here, Tozawa and Otis, you wouldn't care so much. You'd be like, whatever. But because it's those guys, so we dig them. So yes, I think we're being overly sensitive, but it's because favoritism. Because we're playing favorites.
Whatever, dude. All right.
It's the truth.
Primos.
I don't listen. I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm fucking yeah. No, this is it. Yeah, I'm mad. The man, they beat the shit out of the Latinos and then dropped them off real quick. I'm fucking saying it. Yeah. So what? Yes, that's what it is.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you. Yeah, you know what, Primos, Primas, let us know in the comments. Are we being overly sensitive or not? All right. We would really appreciate it.
I mean, we're not the high saying this is ban them because they're racist. It's like, no, man, this is a fucking bummer, dude.
All right. Okay. All right, moving on to the bueno. All right, definitely excited for the Penta versus Ethan Page match.
Yeah.
The setups for this have been incredible in ring, and let's just touch on the other Monday Night Raws, like Ethan Page's promo with Michael Cole, the sit down, the forcing him to read the script, and bro, this guy, you want to talk about like superstar level aura? I mean, the way I felt about Trick Williams when he came up to the main roster is
Mhm.
how I feel about Ethan Page. They were smart to put someone of that level like Trick on SmackDown and then
Mhm.
put Ethan on Raw because that's too much superstardom there that's going to collide. You get what I'm saying? So I loved every bit of it. I'm excited for this match. What do you think?
I'm excited for the match. I'm just hoping they don't drop. They don't have Penta drop.
Mm.
Because I think he deserves a little while longer with the belt. Maybe he wins. Page comes back in the next PLE and then takes it. Then maybe something like that. And then rubber match that Page ends up winning, and you start moving Penta on to hopefully bigger things. But Ethan Page is great. Even I do remember when I did watch AEW more than I currently do, which is barely at all. He was great. He was fantastic. And when he went over to NXT, I'm like, okay, if they do this right, which they absolutely can and will, he's going to be really good. I just hope they don't fumble him like they did Bobby Roode.
Mm,
Remember
yeah.
the glory, because that glorious Bobby Roode was everything.
Glorious.
Man, that was fucking everything, bro. And then they fumbled it, so it became
Yeah,
kind of a joke within itself, whatever. So, but this is gonna be a hell of a match because Ethan Page is good and Penta is good. So I'm hoping Penta retains and then give him a little while longer with the belt and then you like I said, move him on to bigger things because I mean it's getting crowded. It's getting really, really crowded. And just only three belts. You're either a tag champion and IC or United States, or you have one of the main two.
yeah.
So
We got to start bringing back the European, the lightweight, the light heavyweight, the
yeah,
cruiserweight. We got to bring all those
man.
back, man.
Shit, dude. Yeah, let's go. Why not?
I
Do
love
it.
it. I love how
Divisions.
so
Divisions.
nonchalant you are today and just so honest. I love it, dude. You're just like, yeah, why not? Bring them
Divisions, man.
all.
Let's get some divisions.
Let's
Fuck
throw the
it. Like,
Primos title in there.
who the fuck
Why not?
cares, bro? What are we doing? What are we really doing here? Like Taz is right. I'm gonna bring my own belt here. Like this is
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
Screw you guys. I'm doing this.
Very nice. All right. Well, uh, moving on the Buenos. Great match between Javon Evans and Rusev. Shout out to the Primo Javon Evans for rocking our bracelet in match. It was an incredible, incredible thing to see. Kind of surreal, but Primo, you're the man. Thank you so much
That was
for
awesome.
rocking that.
That was awesome, man. That was absolutely insane. Yes, thank you, Javon Evans. Thank you, pretty much, Javon Evans. That was man. When you sent me that still, and then there's the one of him when he's got the pen, and because that one you can see. Oh man, it's
Yeah.
crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Like when you sent me that, I was forwarding that to everybody. I was, oh my god, like
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. It was
Wild.
great. Thank you again, Javon Evans, man. That was dope. That was dope. Thank you, Eddie, for going out to making that happen with your trip out to Vegas when Mania was there. So salute,
Bro,
man.
thanks to the Primos that were rolling with us because I was talking to them and I was like, I do not remember giving him one. And they're like, yeah, I think one of us gave us because they were just at one point I was like giving them wristbands and I was like, give it to whoever. Just
Right,
bah, bah,
right,
bah.
right.
And I'm sure they gave one to Javon. So shout outs to the Primos for that, the squad. We
Thank you
appreciate y'all
guys.
for real.
Thank you, gracias. Thank you. Yes, yes. I mean that's
It's huge.
we were on Netflix, homie.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Our brand is on
Exactly.
Netflix.
Exactly. All right. And then moving on, very sweet moment, passing of the torch moment between Asuka and Io. That was really cool. But
Yep.
then also that moving into Io versus Sol Ruka. Great match. That was exciting to see.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to run that back again for a title somewhere down the line.
Down the
But
line. Down the
but
line, you have
definitely,
to.
yeah, definitely happy with that. Thoughts on that before we move on?
No,
No.
just I mean, they're both phenomenal athletes. Soul Rook is really impressive.
Yeah.
So and you can have a very good feud here for a long time to come.
Yeah, 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 exactly. And then let's just touch on Jacob right now. I mean, Jacob Fatu, everything from their match between Backlash to the Monday Night Raw in Knoxville, Tennessee, to even this past Monday Night Raw, they are doing such a fantastic job because it's like it's a bloodline story, but it's not. It's just like a family issue, and everybody's trying to, control the situation. And they're doing such a great job making Jacob look like a tremendous monster, unstoppable. Like, and now for the fact that he's like, yeah, I want tribal combat match. It's like they got to do something big because they throw out the stats, and they were like, Roman Reigns is undefeated in tribal combat. So is that a good idea for Jacob? So I'm hoping like this is a situation where you launch this dude into space and like give him that title shot, dude. Make him just make like I want it. I want it as a fan. I'm speaking as a fan. This
I
is what I
know, I
want.
know.
But
Listen, no, I know
what are you thinking?
that the only way we can approach this is as fans because that's what we are.
That's it.
We do this show because we're fans and we want to talk about it and we want to help, educate other people about it and give other people a soundboard, to it. So no, it makes sense. I'm not smiling because I'm making fun of you in any kind of way, shape, or form. I'm smiling because I'm like, oh, you poor, poor, poor
You
dumb
poor man.
bastard. Of course they're gonna have it to Roman Reigns. They're gonna have Fatu in this. You poor, poor fool. That, that's why, because I just love you so much, and it's just like, oh, bendito,
Yeah,
bendito,
I could dream. I could
bendito.
dream.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, man, hopefully it pays off. I would love to see that happen. Are you kidding me? If I two
Yeah,
won, that'd be insane. I'd go ape shit. You know, it would, but you can't. I don't think you can do it just yet. I
no,
don't think you can do it just yet, because when you put the belt on him, you had that. That's your face. You know, good, bad, and different. That's your face. And I don't know if Fatu's ready to run with that when you still have so many other people technically in the pecking order above him. So that's why I'm smiling once again. No disrespect to you, just more like
I
hmm,
know, Primo. I know.
hmm.
And you know what? And then because we're like halfway through both Monday Night Raws, let's finish that, and then we'll jump into SmackDown. Um,
Sure,
so
yeah, jumping.
yeah, yeah. So to finish off the buenos on the other Monday Night Raw, because we're done with the previous on in Tennessee. Um, Great continuation between Finn and JD. That street fight was incredible.
The trash
Uh,
cans and shit. Yeah.
yeah, that felt really cool. Like it was good. It was a good watch. And I just get excited to see JD get the spotlight like this because to go against someone like Finn, obviously Finn is incredible. But I think what makes me, I don't know if you feel this way, but when I watch
Mhm,
JD, I get excited simply because I know this guy and his road to recovery when it comes to like injuries and stuff are so like intense. And for him to still act like he's never been injured and goes ham every single time and gives it 110%,
right.
it gives me that excitement, but yet scared for him factor because it's like, dude, you didn't learn your lesson. You
Oh
punctured a lung,
no.
dude. Like, calm down. But kudos to him, man. I mean, great match. Thoughts?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's JD's proven, to me especially because I was not a JD guy at all, that he is very talented and he can
Yeah.
do this and he's good in the ring, and Finn Balor's great in the ring. We know that. So a very solid match. The street fight was a very good, modifier there. It was fun, because you get to do fun things like the trash can spots. So yeah, it's a good match. I'm not mad at it at all. It was great progressive storyline telling.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Good call. And then the other bueno item on the list. I mean, I know you don't care, and I know you're not a fan, and you don't care for him, but happy that Brock Lesnar came back and beat up Obafemi
Legner.
simply because I didn't like what Oba did to the Garzas the previous week, but I was very happy with the outcome. And I like what they did because obviously later on, the reason why I call them Legner is because, I don't think Paul Heyman did it by accident. But in
Mhm.
the when he was with Adam Pearce and he was telling him, "Hey, I just did you a favor for Clash. It's going to be, Brock
Brock
Lesnar versus
Legner.
Obafemi because Brock Lesnar is retired." So I was like, "Hmm, okay,
Yeah,
I like it. I'm
yeah.
with it. I roll with it. You? What'd you think?"
I was like, the minute I heard that, I'm like, wait, did he misspeak? No, he didn't. He probably doesn't misspeak. I was like, oh man. I said, this. I was like, this is, and what this has nothing to do with Brock Lesnar, me just not liking him as a person.
Right.
It's this like I understand you're selling the storyline of he had to sell Obafemi that he was retiring so that he can sneak up on him and do this. Like, so I get it.
Mm,
But I'm like,
yeah,
when you do something like that, he leaves the boots in the ring and shit. It's like that's kind of a dick move.
it
Like
is.
for him
It's so disrespectful.
for him to say I'm retiring and then all of a sudden he comes back and does that is one thing. But to sit there and to leave your boots and cry and do this, like I understand once again you got to sell the storyline. I thought it was just I'm like why do that? Like that's like fuck you even more.
Yeah.
That's whatever. So I hopefully he Oba destroys Brock Lesnar and we can get his ass retired too.
I mean, but to be fair, it's no different than like when somebody leaves WWE and then they use a different name elsewhere, right? I mean, that's yeah, I'm retired like Edge, for example. I'm retiring. I'm gonna have my last match in Canada against
Mhm.
Sheamus. Bang, 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 bang. A week later, he's in, AEW pay-per-view and
Yeah,
he's Adam Copeland.
different company,
Right,
different company.
exactly. So it's
Yeah, but
like,
different company. If he showed up at AEW, I wouldn't be having this conversation. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, oh
mm,
hey, good for him jumping and going to a different company. Good for
yeah.
him doing that. But once again, to sit there and take the boots off and take the gloves off and waste my fucking time on the last fucking PLE, when this bullshit happened. Nah, man.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, let's jump to the two no
And it's
buenos.
against Obafemi, and you know, I'm a big Oba guy. I'm a huge Oba guy. So
Yeah, no, he's good.
yeah.
It's just Garza, man. Primos.
Once
Primos
again,
for life,
man, makes sense, bro. Once again, listen, I understand, bro. I get it. Trust me.
Yeah, man. All right. And then we got two no buenos from the Monday Night Raw in Greensboro, North Carolina. Okay. How
Go.
do you
Hmm,
set up? And actually, you
hmm,
know how they in the middle of the episode, they're like, did you know? And like, it's these little facts, right?
hmm. Yeah, this
How
the
do
Sports
you
Center.
put,
Did you know? Yeah.
yeah. How do you set up that the great Javon Evans is from Greensboro, North Carolina, and then not put him on the card this show? Now, mind you, he did put out a post on Instagram saying that if you did want to go see him wrestle, to be
Hmm,
there at 6:45. Why? Because he was in a dark match. Now, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, maybe they did that because like he's home and maybe, they wanted to have him, wrestle first so that way he could go be with fam or whatever the case is. Or maybe there's like a slight injury on the horizon. So he was like, you know what? Go light at in the dark match and then go recover or whatever. That's the
hmm.
only thing that I'm thinking. But as a fan who, doesn't overthink, I was just like, that's dumb. How do you put that fact out there and then not have him be the second to last main event? You know what I mean? So thoughts? What'd you think of that? Or did you even
Second to
pick that
last
up?
main event. Put him anywhere on the fucking card.
Right.
Anywhere as soon as the cameras turn on.
Not
Even
cool.
if it's just in the back of him walking around and chatting to different fucking people. Even if it's just something so simple.
Right.
Like you're pushing this guy. You know, you're and on Raw in his hometown, you're not using him.
Right.
Like when you had nonsense matches that didn't have to happen, or you could have shortened this 4 or 5 matches that were there by 2 minutes each and given him, a solid match versus a decent contender.
Exactly.
This is crap, man. It's basura. Basura.
Basura.
This is the Wewada of the week.
We haven't had that in a minute. Yeah, that was the Webada of the week. Let's go.
Against the Primo, it's Wewada.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah, man. And then the last no bueno item, the other Webada of the week was why bring LA Knight La Noche back and insert him into this whole like space of like, you already know what's going to happen. We've been down this road before. It's like, dude, where have you been? First of all,
Hey,
second, I
man.
think the last time I saw you, you were driving in an ambulance. So like, I don't remember seeing you. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it just felt so out of place for me to see him. Is like, what? You been there the whole time? You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think?
No, man. No. Yes, where have you been? Is true. But I mean, truth be told, I kind of forgot about him until he came back and I was like, oh shit.
That's right.
La noche. Well, okay, cool. I mean, he's not going anywhere. He still, gets the people in the stands and shit. So you have to put him somewhere. This is
Yeah.
another case of got to put him somewhere. And
Right.
another case of Bob having such a loaded roster, which is why I don't want Penta to have the belt taken off him, because having a belt has stature. He's one of, like I said, 3 people there that can do it, 4 people there that can do it, because it's 2 for the tag.
Yeah.
So fucking yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, before we move on, just want to clarify this, right? Because I know Primos and Primos will comment. I know LA Knight has been around. He was last in Vegas, in their 6-man tag. What I'm saying is, like, I don't remember, like, he's so far from the main picture for me that the last time I registered that I remember him, seeing him on TV was when he drove away in the
When he was
ambulance.
driving the ambulance, right?
Right. I just want to clarify. Because I know people are like, oh, but he was at WrestleMania. He opened up the show. And I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Because that's the last time I really remember him too.
Exactly my point. All right. Now let's jump into SmackDown and then we'll go into Saturday night's main event. 3 bueno points and actually no bueno points. It was a decent episode.
No buenos?
Yeah.
Wow.
So 3 buenos. Three
Okay.
3 buenos that stood out to me because the rest of the episode was decent.
Okay.
I love that we got Mello back. I love that he
Yes.
was on 100. He was just feisty with everybody. Like he was like, yeah, you better recognize da 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 da. And then great match between him and Ricky Saints. And obviously, you
Absolutely.
know, couple of hiccups, but that happens. I mean, you know, they're athletes. I mean, you can't get mad at Jalen Brunson for missing a three, or you know what I mean. It happens. You know what I mean.
It happens. It happens. I
But
mean,
great match.
when you have talent, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, no, you go for it.
When you have talent of that level, sometimes I think you try to do too much,
Hmm.
and it can lead to small errors, or the opportunity for errors increases when you're doing things of that nature. So I think that's kind of what it is. Is sometimes your talent is too good,
Yeah,
and it can cost you. You know, sometimes you're being too good at your job, and then you get punished with more work,
facts.
and you're like, but it's because I'm good that I get more shit. Like, no, man, no, no, that's not how this should work. Like, so I think that's that. To your point, yes, I think little hiccups there, but because you're two uber talented people, and I was surprised that they gave Melo the win here. I was quite surprised. I was like, great, we're not burying him. Yes,
Yeah,
Saints is still you can push Saints. There's still time. There's still time to do this with him. So, but I think you need now. You need Melo, to start kind of cashing in on your Melo time again.
facts. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. This one was a bueno. The next one was because as a fan, it felt real to me. I felt heard. Maybe you caught this when this happened, but I
Mm,
did love the fact that Nick Aldis called out Sami Zayn and told them, "Yeah, no, like you want a rematch? That was your rematch." So what it sounds like to me is like that you're just being a little bit entitled. So back off, back at the back, back of the line. And I love that because I feel like the weeks that we've been complaining, A,
mm,
about Sami Zayn, and then also B, about rematches and title matches and stuff.
mhm,
The shout outs to Nick Aldis for, stepping into this manager role and being like, no, 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 son, you had your match, you had your rematch, you blew them both.
mhm.
Sorry, no dice. Moving on to the next. I felt heard. What did you think?
Okay. Well, I got an idea. I got an idea.
Ooh.
Since Sami Zayn no longer has a chance, why does he change his name to Sami Zarn and put it on the contract and waste my fucking time? All right. How come you can do it on one show and you can't do it on the other? You just did it. What do you mean he's retired? He's Brock Lesnar. So it's fine to do over here, but so then do it to Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn should be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna change my name. Just change one
since
letter of my name.
since that's
Sami
what's
Zayn.
happening around here.
People will do whatever you let them get away with. And if you play this game properly, you can use it to your advantage. This is ultimate heel work that should be happening. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, no, man, he can do it. Fucking, I'm. There you go.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
that's how I feel.
I love it. I love it, man. I love that. And last but
Sorry for the profanity.
no, I love it. It was great. It was great. I'm gonna keep it just like that. I love that. And last but not least, on the bueno that really jumped out to me. I loved the Gunther Cody segment where Royce inserted himself into the
Yeah,
situation.
that was
I
cool.
thought that was dope. That was creative. Like, I wish there was more of that. Like, Gunther's there, like twiddling his thumbs, and he's like, nope, I'm not going to sign the contract, and blah, blah, blah. And mind you, I love Gunther. And then Cody's like, no, I'm looking for you. You better make this happen. And then I love that Royce was like, nah, son, if you ain't going to sign that contract, I'm going to go sign that
I
contract.
will. I
I
will.
Bro, it felt so real in the sense of like, yeah, you just giving out opportunities and you don't want to take it. Dip,
Yeah.
peace. I'll go sign that thing. Loved
Hmm.
it. What did you think?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. And especially because, all this came out and he was like, yeah, if you want to piss around and not sign it, then, it should have your name on it, but you don't want to put it on there. So sorry, let's have the match. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. What bothered me with the match was Royce Keys went down after a forearm and then like a clothesline and then the finisher.
Yeah. The ending was a little
Like
rough.
I was like, hey, really, man? Like I understand he, it took all of his energy to throw the chair at Solo Sokoa. He exerted,
It's a heavy chair,
285
man.
pound monster tossing a fucking 6 ounce chair. Yeah, like, and then all of a sudden he just turns on whap clothesline and then power bomb and he's like, come on, man, this is basura. So that bothered me, but I thought the segment itself was good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you called that out because at the moment too, now that I'm recalling, I was like, Oh, so this is how we're gonna end this?
No,
Okay.
no.
But
Did
you're
not
right.
like
Yeah,
the
good
ending.
call out.
No, did not like the ending. I was like, this is weak because it was up until then it was great,
Yeah,
And I'm not saying Royce needed to win. I'm just saying Gunther should have worked him over a little bit more. The throwing of the Solo Sokoa thing should have happened a minute and a half earlier,
yeah.
and then you get another two or three good moves out of Gunther, where it just seems like an offensive barrage. Where now Royce is truly out of it.
Tip, tip. Yeah, yeah, no, I like. And then before we move on to Saturday night's main event, just to give the grades all across the board, kind of like I was telling you off camera, I give it a
Yeah.
7. I give it a 7 all 3 episodes because it seems like after Backlash, they've like really are trying to get their storyline, their ducks in a row on being consistent. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And and again, back to the comment that I said off camera too about AEW, like what makes me excited about watching AEW now is I think we're finally at that point where their consistency and storyline and their building is
Hmm.
finally on point where now you know what it kind of feels like actually and Primos
Don't
and
say
Primos
it, man.
no
Don't
no no
say it,
listen listen
man.
no listen AEW right now feels like because they're in a good groove it feels like AEW is finally at that point where they're almost like a DC or Marvel universe. Like, and what I mean by that is like everybody is their own character, right? Their own superhero, their own villain. But
Mhm.
as you know, there's the Justice League and and the Legion of Doom. So it's like those are worlds colliding and mixing, because some are from Gotham, some are from Metropolis, some are from Keystone City, et cetera, et cetera. So what this
Okay.
feels like, with like the Don Callis family, teaming up with this or that, or the Young Bucks teaming up with Chris Jericho, it almost feels like, superhero esque, where it's like all these storylines, all these things that have happened in the past all matter because even in the Young Bucks Chris Jericho promo this week, they were like, remember, why are we teaming up with Jericho? He called our dad, he beat up our dad, and he put us through hell with the inner circle, and in the first Stadium Stampede. So why are we friends now? But it's like you don't forget if you're a fan and you've been watching. It's like they
Mhm.
bring all that back, and it's like, oh, why are you hanging out with Superman? Batman, he threw kryptonite at you. Like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? So it's cool to see finally that the storyline and everything's in place right now. So Primos and Primas, let me know if that's how you feel about it now. But I feel like everybody's now gearing up to kind of truly compete with each other. Thoughts?
I think they're on the ascension.
Mm,
I don't think they're ready to compete just yet, but they're making good headway, and they're another good two PLEs, solid ones from being like, okay, like, because it's still WWE and the talent there alone, is gives them, a nod, but their storylines, I mean, they have the best writers. And that's the problem is, AEW's kind of playing catch up. It's kind of was it the South Park episode where they were talking about Family Guy making jokes, and then there's
mm.
one kid in the background who goes, "Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. Yeah.
Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it." It's kind of like that. Um, I think AEW's on the ascension. I think they're on their way because the from what I have seen, when I'm watching Max and I am able to click on a couple things, not paying for the PLEs.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's good, and their talent is great. Her business. The Darby Allin. And we were talking about Hangman at a Page a couple weeks ago, and how we went from not really being fans of him to being like, okay, I see how
Yeah.
this goes. Yeah, so I think
MJF,
they're
obviously. Fantastic.
MJF. So I think they're definitely on the rise. I'm not saying they're ready yet, but I see what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
like everything's getting a lot better. They're cleaning it up. They're starting to round the edges. They're smoothing out those
Hmm.
those those rough spots. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, 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 man. All right. So now let's jump into Saturday night's main event.
Got
There
the
is,
number.
yeah, we got one, two, three, four, 5 matches. Wow, 5 matches. What is usually five? They usually do four and then
Yeah.
they
And
do
then
a
they
last minute
announce
match.
one like that me and you
Yeah.
miss on our picks because they do it like the night before and you're like, screw yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But let's start with the first match that's listed on here. The six
Okay.
women tag match. We got Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Bliss versus Beechin and Jade Cargill. And
Yeah. Yes.
while you're jotting that down, I'll give you my picks. Jade, fun, and logical all day. And the reason why
Jade.
is because obviously Rhea got the better moment at Mania. So you got to
Mhm,
give Jade something. Plus,
mhm.
you also got to make this new faction of theirs formidable and a threat and a problem in the locker room. And I feel like this is the way to do it to knock off somebody like a Rhea, a Charlotte, a Bliss. But I think Bliss is the one that takes the pin here because you can't make Charlotte or Rhea look weak. So I think that's my thought. What do you think?
Okay. Is that your that's your logical pick?
Logical and fun.
Logical left one. Okay.
Yeah.
Jade. Okay. Um, logical is I agree with you. It's Team Jade. Right? It's Team Jade because, like you said,
Mhm.
you have to give them something. Plus, I think in doing this and having, you can also start to put a rift with Flair and Rhea again because they naturally have had that every
Yeah.
time you see them on TV together. So I think this is a way to do that and now move that on, and then whether Bliss sticks around or what have you. But I think to your point, Jade's team needs this. The other team does not. Fun
Mhm.
pick. Unfortunately, the same thing. It's got to be them. It has to be them. And to your point, it has to be Bliss because she technically is the of the people you're in the group. You can't have it be Rhea. And of the two, you're gonna have the Rhea Flair feud happen. It can't be Charlotte either.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
am in full line with you all the way.
Let's go, Primo. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Next on the list is the women's tag match. We got Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces. Go ahead, brother. What are your thoughts?
Okay.
It's a
Let's see.
bathroom sandwich match.
Yes, this is a bathroom slash sandwich. All right, I'm gonna. um, it's it's time. It's time. It's time. Let's give it back to the irresistible forces.
I was gonna say it's Vader time.
Yes, yes, because the Nia's gonna do her Vader bomb where she crushes somebody's boobs. So yeah, I know I'm going the forces. I'm going the forces. Both way, fun and logical.
Yeah. Um, I mean, fun for me would be the Forces as well. I'm a fan of them. I like this is the best um tag team for Nia Jax, so I think this should keep going. But I think Paige and Brie end up retaining because I do feel like maybe Bailey or another tag faction will interfere, costing them their moment, and then we'll run it back in Italy or run it back at SummerSlam. But this is just a stepping stone to building a story for their tag titles towards SummerSlam somehow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So the legends. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, it could totally be. I see that you do it at SummerSlam. Makes sense. So
yeah, facts, facts. All right, and then next we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship match: Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruka. Go for it, dude. Or this one's me. This one's me.
where's you? You.
Yeah. Fun is Ruka. Obviously, you want the
Hmm.
newcomer to get it, but Becky is
Hmm.
Becky, so logically Becky retains. You know.
Yep. Unfortunately, this is a no brainer. It's the fun is Soruka, of course, based on her talent alone and her ability to do what she does, her athleticism in the ring. It's fantastic. But Becky Lynch, she's not dropping. Not dropping. No. This isn't a Maxine Dupree moment.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So no.
Especially when she had more of a build for it. I mean, Ruka is 0-3 at this point. So it's like, really? You're gonna have her win the
Yeah.
championship?
This gets her up to 250 and that's it. She's batting 250 and she beat the champion. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you. All right. And then we get the World Tag Team Championship match, excuse me. The Vision, Logan Paul,
Mm.
Austin Theory versus the Street Profits. Now, oh man, well, you go, man, because What do you think?
Profits all fucking day, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This needs to happen. This needs to happen. You know, because you're doing this storyline because now the Vision is back with Braun Breaker. Because the question was when he came back, were they going to be able to realign? Was this going to happen again? Well, you know, because was Logan Paul that kind of stepped in for Breaker, right? I want to say. I mean, it's so,
Mhm.
so much stuff's happened. Um, so 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 I think this, you know, they're starting to fuse together. So you can pull the belts off them, put it on the Profits, get this tag division going again, and then have the Vision come back. Let's the Vision appears to have all their focus right now on Seth Rollins again. You know, they're beating his ass. You know, who knows when Broncito's ready to come back? Maybe he's gonna come do so. Who knows? I don't. But I think it's got to be the Profits here. You brought them back for a reason. They're hot now. Don't bring them back just to waste them and then have to try and build them up again. This is the time to cash in on what you got. So I'm going Profits on both.
Ooh. You know what? I was gonna go Vision logical, profits fun, but you convinced me, dude. I think profits will get it. Because you're right. And I hope it's I mean, maybe storyline wise, maybe it's a situation where Seth interferes helping them get to win indirectly. And
Mhm.
now the argument is like, well, you didn't win the tag titles fair, you know, like
Right.
you needed help to get them. You know what I mean? So and
Yep.
that to your point will cause the friction, you know, between the profits, like they'll lose it later on again when the vision is more formidable, more of a threat. And then
Right.
that's where, you know, the profits turn on each other. You know what I mean? And he's just like, dude, you're the weak link. You're the
You
reason why.
stink.
Right. And then boom, you know, Montez goes solo. I mean, maybe. I don't know, man. I like that.
You're laying the foundation, man. Just because everything happens for a reason, right? Right. This is all in the grand scheme. It's all along storytelling. This is all it is. So you got to move things along. And if you're looking to do this and you're already have started creating the dissension angle,
That's
you know, I love a good dissension.
it. Seeds of dissension.
Yeah, sue him.
And then finally, we got the main event of the evening. We have the Intercontinental Championship match. We got Cero Miedo Penta
Mhm.
versus the Pride of Canada, All Ego, Ethan Page, and I, bro. I mean, this is you, right? You go on this one, right?
No, it's you.
Oh, in that case, logical is Penta, right? To your point, you want to keep building it up, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
But fun would be Ethan Page, dude. I feel like the same way I feel about, like I told you, Trick Williams. Ethan Page is that for me on Monday Night Raw, and
Right.
I think he needs to get on it because then you feed that ego even more. Now he's more full of himself. And now he could go around and let that be the downfall later on when Penta wins it again and becomes a two-time IC champion. Or, you know, lets Javon have a quick run. And then when they have a four-way ladder match with them three and Rusev, Penta could get it again because, you know, obviously Penta's the master of ladders, etc. I
Mhm.
think that would be more fun for me if Ethan Page wins.
Mhm.
But I do love Penta. So yeah, logical Penta, Ethan, fun. You?
All right. Logical Penta, because after Dom having it for such a long period of time, I think it's a disservice to pull it off them so fast.
Right.
You know, Dom held it for what, damn near a year?
Hmm.
Like, and you pull it off him after 3 months, right? When did he
Yeah.
win? Did he win like before, a couple weeks before Mania?
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like the service. Fun pick, I agree with you. I think the fun pick is Ethan Page.
Hmm.
I think that would be good. You know, because he's uber talented and he's great on the mic. Ethan Page is a star. You know, he's someone who you can love him and you can love to hate him, and it's the same thing, and it's great.
Yeah.
So, I think that is fun. I agree with you. You know, as much as I don't want to say that, it's the truth. That is the fun pick, but I think it's doing a disservice to Penta, and considering the run that Dom was given, I think you know he Penta needs to hold it a little while longer, and I think it's a little too soon to do this. I mean, they put it on Trick quick, yes. But I mean, Trick had a more of a run as a champion, you know, the NXT champion over there than Page. Did Page even hold the NXT championship? I know he was North American or
He was
whatever.
North American. Yeah, no, you got him. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the yeah.
So I'm saying like, so I don't know. So I agree with you though. Ethan Page is the fun one.
I mean, I think he held 3 titles now that I think about it. He had the North American, the
Mhm.
NXT, and he had the mixed tag with Chelsea
With
in
Chelsea,
AAA.
yeah,
And
in
I was just
Triple A.
like, you see what I'm saying? The guy is rocking gold.
No,
He's
no,
ready
I
for
trust me,
more.
dude. I get it. I just like I said, I don't want it to be at this point with Penta.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. You don't want him to become Ray Phoenix. Ooh, ouch.
Well, because then he's on Triple A, and then it's like, oh fuck. Yeah. Well, here we go, and I got to watch all these bums again, and all the Latinos are in the Spanish speaking one. Great,
Great.
great.
Groundbreaking.
I'm in a time machine. It's 1984. Here we go. Univision. Yeah, awesome. Thanks.
Oh man. Well, in that case, Primo, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to thank all of our primos and primas. Thank you so much for, locking in with us, joining us for this episode. We know it ran a little bit longer than usual, but we had to do a lot of catch up for this one. Plus, I will be going on vacation for a couple of days, so this will be the only episode that will be out until we come back and do this review. We'll probably do the recap of Saturday night's main event and Clash of Italy, if anything. I'm thinking, I don't know, but depending on how everything goes,
What? So wait, how long? Wait, you 10 days you're going for?
maybe or maybe not. Is it next week? Is the Clash in
I
Italy?
don't, man. Wait a second. Okay, listen to me, Yahoo. Tomorrow is the
Saturday.
Saturday Night's main event.
Say
Okay, and then are you coming back the Thursday after that, or are you coming back the following Thursday?
no, I come back to Thursday, so I will be back for Clash. Okay, my bad, my bad. Noche
Well, no,
de
yeah,
los Grandes.
because the next week is Noche de ma máscaras ma huevos, and then it's Clash in Italy.
Sí. Yeah, you're
So
right. My bad. I'll be back to watch
when you get back, we'll cover SmackDown, Saturday Night's main event, and Raw.
Raw. Yeah. All right, we'll figure it out. But in that case, well, anyway, the point is, thank you everybody for listening and liking and subscribing and all these things. And Primo, where do they go to do all that and find our stuff?
PrimosForLife.com, as seen on Javon Evans' wristband on Raw, as seen there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so very much. The reason that those wristbands even happened were because we keep getting the comments, the likes, the follows, the shares, and everything. And so that makes us hungrier. And we want to keep going and doing this for you guys and doing it for ourselves, of course. I mean, I'm not saying that's
fun.
But it's a great ride. It's always better when we know you're on it with us. Share, subscribe, like, comment. Come on, let's talk an episode. Let's talk a match. Say, hey, I want to come in and talk about this particular match. It was my favorite match. Great, fine, let's do it, please. We want to get some more content out there, and as much as we enjoy doing this, we could always use a fresh point of view, a fresh angle, a fresh storyline, something new. So please feel free to reach out, and we'd love to have you on. That being said, I will stop rambling now, and I will just get us where we always need to go, and say, we will see you when we see you.
Yes, we will see you when we see you.
We will see you when we see you. Like the thing on Instagram. Yeah.
Ya tú sabes.
Eddie Ariel, ya tú sabes. We will see you when we see you.
But right now, it's going down. No. Have a good night, everyone.
Later. Go Knicks.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks.